Yo, what is going on, guys? So in today's video I am going to be giving you my top 3 loadouts to use for getting the Mountaintop grenade launcher, which, if you don't know, is this season's Pinnacle Crucible reward, and it is available today. The quest goes live today, and as you guys know, in year 1 of Destiny 2 in particular, I have a lot of experience with grenade launchers, so today I'm going to share that with you and let you know my personal top 3 loadouts to use, as well as my personal pick for your heavy weapon of choice. So the first loadout we're going to talk about is the Fighting Lion Catalyst loadout. So basically there's 3 loadouts we're going to be looking at, and the first one I'm going to be recommending to you guys is using the Fighting Lion with a kinetic hand cannon. Now your kinetic hand cannon of choice, the choice you're going to make, it depends on one thing: do you have the Fighting Lion Catalyst or not? If you do have the Fighting Lion Catalyst, you are pretty much free to choose any hand cannon you like. And it has to be a hand cannon, guys. There's one thing that if you're not experienced with grenade launchers, you need to know that a hand cannon is really the only viable weapon to pair with a grenade launcher. You do not want to use double grenade launchers. You will be throwing. You will get farmed, trust me. What you want to do is use a Fighting Lion, and if you don't have the catalyst, pick a hand cannon with quick draw. Now, as you guys know, I did a video a while back on a 10 paces with quick draw and opening shot, and that kind of role is my personal pick or a weapon to pair with the Fighting Lion if you do not have the catalyst. Now, if you do have the catalyst and you don't know basically what the catalyst does, it gives you quick draw, it gives you increased accuracy on your weapon after firing the Fighting Lion. What this means is you could basically use any hand cannon you like. Doesn't matter if the hand cannon has bad handling, doesn't matter if it doesn't have quick draw, you can just rock any hand cannon you want. If you don't have the catalyst though, try and get a random rolled hand cannon that's kinetic and make sure it has quick draw, so you can fire the Fighting Lion and quickly swap to the hand cannon. That is how you use this weapon, and remote detonation is very key. And one of the reasons why I recommend Fighting Lion as well is because it's a kinetic weapon and it has basically infinite ammo. With the other grenade launchers and the other setups I'm going to recommend, you will need grenade launcher scavenger, you will need to watch your ammo, and you will need to collect ammo. With the Fighting Lion, you are free to just keep shooting, and for that reason I believe that's a top setup to use for Mountaintop quest. In my opinion, Fighting Lion is number 1, and there's a number of reasons for that. Of course, you've got the catalyst, but also you have the perk. You know, you damage someone with Fighting Lion, you finish them with another weapon, your Fighting Lion automatically reloads, it has great handling, it has great reload speed. It's just all around the full package for a grenade launcher. So in my opinion, the Fighting Lion takes first place. Now, the second loadout I'm going to be recommending is a video I did fairly recently, the Truth of Spades setup. And what this setup entails is using a truth teller, which is a year 1 dead orbit grenade launcher. So of course here in this particular case, if you didn't play year 1, or in year 1 you didn't get a truth teller and it's not in your collections, you can't use this loadout. But if you did play year 1 and you do have a truth teller in your collections, pull it out and you can pair it up with the Ace of Spades. The reason why the truth teller is the secondary grenade launcher of choice here is because the other 2 or blast radius. The other 2 energy grenade launchers both have concussion and blinding grenades. Both of those options took a huge hit to blast radius, whereas the truth teller has black powder, and so that is a really strong option still, and you can pair it up with an exotic hand cannon like Ace of Spades. It kind of goes without saying why this is good. You've got the power of the exotic hand cannon, you've got the power of a high blast radius energy grenade launcher, and it has quick draw as well, which is pretty nice. So there you go, guys, that's a second loadout I would recommend. The third and final loadout, of course, is the Militia's Birthright with the Not Forgotten or Luna's Howl. Now, the thing with this loadout is it's actually on paper very strong because the Militia's Birthright is strong. Of course, Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten are very strong. But something to keep in mind is this: if you're going to use Militia's Birthright with Not Forgotten, for example, you need to take a look at Not Forgotten's handling. It's really poor. So try and have something like hand cannon dexterity, even enhanced hand cannon dexterity, you know, hand cannon targeting, anything to help you increase the ready speed of your hand cannon. For example, Ophidian Aspects on the Warlock is another good option here. The reason why I say this is basically, you know, the general style with grenade launchers is hit, switch to hand cannon. Of course, in the quest, the goal itself is to get direct hit kills, and you're mainly looking to just get kills with the grenade launcher. But realistically, that's not always going to happen, and you need to have a functional loadout, a setup that has good synergy. Now on paper it sounds good, right? Not Forgotten and, you know, a grenade launcher. But like I said, the handling is poor. So when you hit someone with the Militia's Birthright, that swap time to Not Forgotten is pretty bad. And on top of that, the 180 hand cannons are not a good choice for pairing with grenade launchers because they don't do a lot of damage on the first shot. So, you know, you hit someone with a grenade launcher, and you switch to your hand cannon. With a 180 hand cannon, your first headshot is gonna do 50 to 60 damage at most, right? And unless you've gone and done great damage with your grenade launcher, that's not gonna be enough to kill. However, the situation where Not Forgotten can be nice is when you leave someone, you know, say you take off their shield with the grenade launcher, right? And you then swap to your Not Forgotten. If you were to then land 2 headshots on that fella and he dies, now you've got Magnificent Howl procced and you can maybe make some nice plays. But again, that swap time can be a little bit of a hindrance, and it's something to keep in mind if you're going to rock out that loadout. So for me, whilst on paper, of course, having Not Forgotten in your arsenal will make you stronger in general play, but are you going to be getting the grenade launcher kills that you need? Are you going to end up just leaning on your Not Forgotten and going for 3 taps all the time instead of trying to, you know, use the grenade launcher pairing? You know, time will tell. The other like wacky loadout you could try is the double grenade launcher. You know, Militia's Birthright and Fighting Lion. You could try that. And if you only want the kills and you don't care about winning, maybe, you know, you could get away with it. Possibly. I'm not quite sure myself, guys. I don't know about that one. But they're my top 3, guys. Fighting Lion with a quick draw hand cannon, or Fighting Lion with any hand cannon if you have the catalyst. We then have the Ace of Spades and Truth Teller loadout. Although, like I said, the Truth Teller might be locked to some players. And finally, we have the Militia's Birthright with the Not Forgotten. The one thing I want to do now as well is look at the Militia Birthright god rolls and what kind of role you want to be going for, in my opinion, on the Militia's Birthright. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the website light.gg. They have the option to show you all the possible roles, and we're going to go over them together right now. Alright, so as you can see here is the Militia's Birthright, the legendary kinetic grenade launcher, and thanks to this awesome website light.gg, it can show you all of the possible perks you can get. Now here's the curated role. In my opinion, it's a pretty bad role. We're not even going to look at it because you really don't want to be using this curated role, guys. Trust me on that one. What you want to be looking at right here is the random roles section and the perks that you want to be going for. And I'm going to give you my personal recommendation. Of course, as you guys know, I have a lot of experience with grenade launchers, and this is what I recommend, guys. So for the first perk, what you want is quick launch or hard launch. You want a perk that's going to increase the velocity here. The blast radius does not really matter as much. You want velocity. Velocity means quicker time travel, and it means easier direct hits. Direct hits equal 1-hit kills, and that equals quest progress, and that's the name of the game here, guys. Right, in the second perk column, we have blinding grenades, we have proximity grenades, we have spike grenades, we have high velocity rounds, we have implosion rounds, and we have concussion grenades. Now, in my opinion, you have a choice between 2. If you're really confident with grenade launchers and you find yourself consistently landing direct hits, spike grenades is the perk for you. It's going to give you increased damage on direct hits, and that means more 1-hit kills. However, if you're like most people and you never really touched grenade launchers and you're picking them now because of the quest and it's new to you, 100% you want to go with proximity grenades because of the ease of use. Grenades fired from this weapon type increase proximity detonation, so it means you don't have to be too precise with your shot, and you've still got the chance to get the damage off and maybe get some kills and get some damage. So it's 2 things. Are you a seasoned grenade launcher? Go for spike grenades. Are you an unseasoned grenade launcher? Go for proximity grenades. They're the 2 options you want to go for. And in this column right here, absolutely 100% Ambitious Assassin is the best perk. If you manage to land yourself a direct hit kill and you reload, you'll then have 2 shots ready to go in your breach launcher, and that is a really cool thing, not having to reload after already firing. You know, that's a really good opportunity to get a kill. You can get 2 shots off on 1 target and guarantee a kill. Very good perk. 100% the top tier perk. Genesis would be bottom tier, and then I would say Quick Draw and Grave Robber are kind of just, you know, it depends what your playstyle is. If you're a Titan with Synthos, you know, you could maybe get away with Grave Robber. It could be quite nice. In the final perk option here, 100% the standout option is auto loading holster. The holstered weapon is automatically reloaded after a short period of time. This perk is by far the best perk for breach grenade launchers. Why? You don't have to waste time reloading. When you hit someone and you switch to your other weapon to finish them off, when you go back to your launcher, it's already ready to go. And one thing you'll find if you don't have this perk is you're going to be spending a lot of time reloading your weapons, and it can be quite fiddly and intrusive and just not, you know, leading to a very smooth playstyle. For this reason as well, I always used All Wings Maul in year 1 because it came with this perk, and it's by far the standout perk that you could go for. If I was to look at the other perks, I would say probably it goes Snapshot, Rangefinder, and then Moving Target is probably the least useful perk you can get. So guys, for the heavy weapon option, I recommend the Play of the Game. You do have exotic options like the Colony and the Prospector, but for me, I prefer Play of the Game. You can secure 4 kills with a well-rolled Play of the Game. So let's have a look at the possible perks you can get and what you should be going for. So in the first column, you want to be going again for Hard Launch, or wherever it is, let me find it, Quick Launch. Velocity is key here, guys. You're going to lose Blast Radius, but that's a given. Now, in this option here, you have a bunch of perks to choose from. An absolute bunch of them. But there's only one good perk to go for, guys, and it's Proxinates. All of the other ones, but these grenade launchers are just poor. You do not want any of them. You need this perk, Proximity Grenades. It's a no-brainer. The rest of the perks are awful, guys. You don't want them. Now, for the second column of perks right here, honestly, it's not too important which one you get, but my personal pick would be Snapshot because it makes it feel a little bit snappier. Maybe you could go for Rangefinder for the increased velocity, but it's not a big increase, so I would say Snapshot would help with, you know, aiming in. This weapon's obviously heavy, hard to handle. Snapshot alleviates that for you. And here in the next perk column, again, it's a no-brainer. You want Rampage. So you want Snapshot and Rampage, basically. That's your god roll Play of the Game with Proximity Grenades and Hard Launch. That is the god roll for the Play of the Game, guys. 100% that's what you want. And basically that brings it to a conclusion. This is my grenade launcher guide for you guys. I've given you 3 loadouts to try. I've given you the best rolls to get for the Militia's Birthright and the Play of the Game. Follow this video, get these rolls, or get rolls as good as you can, and just go into the Crucible and start grenade launching people, and get yourself that Mountaintop grenade launcher, guys. Guys, I hope this video was useful to you. If you do like the video, be sure to share it everywhere, like it, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel because there'll be more good content coming like this in the future. That's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in Season of the Forge. Thank you guys for watching.